Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Finally, I'm back at home in the studio to which we've all become accustomed. And I took the weekend off to consider this YouTube channel and the stuff that I'm doing here. I've got some thoughts. I'd like to share them with you, and I'll take the opportunity to do so right now. Justin Hawkins Rides again. I took a break over the weekend just to think about this channel because I've been posting 7 videos a week for over a year now, and I think I need to figure out exactly what it is that you would like me to do, because I mean, what kind of videos is it that you want to see? I've done some videos where I sort of discuss some of my favourite artists, or particular songs from my favourite artists' oeuvres. Stuff like Tom Petty I did, and I did a Neil Diamond one. But there's only a select few of you guys that seem to be interested in those types of episodes. Also, when I react to new music, the response to that seems to be inconsistent as well. So I don't quite know what are the things that you want me to do. You know what I mean? It's like some of them do better than others. That's the reality of it. But for the last few weeks, not many people have been watching, and I'm the first to hold my hands up and say, look, I'm failing here. It's been difficult because I've been away so much, and I think, I wondered if it's because there's maybe you guys are sort of less inclined to engage just because I've been in weird locations. I couldn't get my camera to work, so the quality went down a lot. And then I had my little sort of travel light. Had it set wrong, and my producer noticed that I was basically bright pink on one of the episodes, and there was nothing that she could do to amend that. So there've been some sort of, I suppose you could call those technical difficulties, but really it's just my own foolishness. I travelled with this camera, and I didn't bring the requisite cabling to make that work properly. It wouldn't speak to the computer, and I was stuck using a webcam. And that is just not, I think that's production wise, that's not quite what you've come to expect from me. You deserve better. So I have this camera as well. The reason why I didn't take that one is because it tends to adjust the focus all the time, so I'm sort of become blurry and then fade back in. It's just a bit of a difficult watch sometimes. So I've got some stuff to sort out for when I'm remote broadcasting. But I'm wondering if maybe the remote broadcasting itself is something that's just I shouldn't be bothering to do. One thing that we're excited about is we filmed some long form sort of podcasts which were just conversations between myself and my producer, which we go into a lot of depth about the music trade, and also I don't know, it's peppered with some of my own experiences, but also it gets quite sort of, how can I put this? It gets quite profound, actually. Some of it's sort of not just about music, but they're long form conversations inspired by the music trade. So that we decided to call that The Jaws of Victory. And then it would always be Justin Hawkins Rides Again, The Jaws of Victory, and then there'll be like a semicolon and whatever the title happens to be. We did one about what's it called? Relatability. We did one about some other stuff. I've forgotten. We did a few anyway. So I think we're probably going to release. What I'd like to do is release one of those every couple of weeks, and they're long. I think they might even be like 2 hours, like that Rick Beato conversation was. We can do it every week, but we'll probably run out pretty quickly, and we'll have to sort of build them up. So I think we're going to try and drop one of those on the 1st of March and then see how you guys like it. So I think if you guys are available to watch it, it'd be handy, because then the stuff that we're talking about, we can create a kind of discussion in the comments area, get a bit more of a community vibe going with this, because I think that the stuff that I'm waffling on about it requires more nuanced discussion, and that means input from you guys, really. Yeah, if you watch it, then we can do it. And obviously, if you don't like it, then you just have to tell me. I'm not afraid to reverse out of doing a thing if it doesn't seem like it's the right thing for the audience. But what we're trying to establish is, what is it you actually want me to do? The options we have then, we've got things like the interview with Rick Beato. There's a couple of other people that I was talking about doing. But we know how that works. That's like 2 hours of in-depth chat with somebody who's also from the music trade. We got the aforementioned Jaws of Victory podcast thing with my producer Jenny May Finn. Now, what do you think about reaction videos? What kind of reactions are actually your favourites? Because as I said before, we've noticed that fewer people are sort of inclined to watch the ones I've done of late, and I wonder if that's to do with the genre of music that I'm covering in some instances, or is there like particular areas that I should stay away from? I mean, it's weird because sometimes I cover a pop thing and nobody's interested, then I cover like a pop thing another day and it blows up, it's I need some guidance here, guys, I really do. And what do you think about the comments videos? When I'm sort of reacting to a carefully curated selection of your missives, those have been fun, but I've noticed that if I sort of if I do a comments video and there's nothing mean in there, then it's just less, I don't really enjoy having to shoot people down, but sometimes that's the thing that people like. I mean, if that's what you like, we'll do that. I'm quite happy to be a dick, I'll do that if you want. And the other thing, which I think is a point, like, do you like it when I go into the music theory? I'm aware that there's other people on the internet who probably have a more accurate vocabulary when it comes to that stuff, and should I be steering clear of it and talking more about the cultural and personal impact of songs on my life and our lives, or am I better off sort of talking about how the notes and the chords relate and what these structures mean and all that stuff, and going on about ostinatos like I normally do, and pedals as well. I haven't mentioned pedals very often, but I've heard a couple of things lately which have very obvious pedals, and I'm quite excited to explain what that means. But if that's boring, then you just got to tell me and we'll do something else. So yeah, have a think about that. Theory versus discussion, comments videos, reaction videos, interviews, and the long-form Jaws of Victory podcast. Which, if any of those things, excite you the most? And am I doing it right? This is something that everyone should always ask. Am I doing it right? Is it okay for you guys? Does it feel okay? I took a few days off and now I'm coming back. I want to get it right. I got to get this right. Because the only other option is to fail. I don't mind failing either. If this is a failure, I'm quite happy with that, don't worry. It's been a great ride. But how do we push it forward? Let me know, guys. Nice one. Justin Hawkins rides again. Sorry, I've had a late night, early start. Again. Oh, those strings are dead as a doornail. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these two videos, and the most important thing is let me know what I'm doing right, let me know what I'm doing wrong, and I am malleable, I am putty in your hands. Putty in your hands. Boop. Alright guys, see you on the ice. Nice one.